Welcome back to the Everything But the Bottle podcast. You are here with Rabbi Ben Tarabello of Tarabello Distillery, owner of the TTB Math software, servicing all areas of the alcohol space. And we're going to share with you some amazing tips and tricks that will go ahead and save you money, help you not just survive this downturn, but thrive in this downturn, in this alcohol downturn. Well, all spirits, aside for those of you who I have to speak to that use mass purchase neutral grain spirits and the like. Because aside for all of you guys out there, like it's another conversation, we're buying grain, rye, corn, wheat, experimenting, impulse shopping. But is that the true best way to go? Here's something what I've learned. Plan well. When it's season, corn is October through December, wheat is July through September, rye is August through October. Did you listen well? You can plan your seasons, create those whiskeys or beers accordingly. Use the right yeast to complement that as well for the seasons, and you're going to be saving 15 to 20%. And that's not a joke. That's very easy. And just remember, when you come at the end of a season, that farmer is jolly happy he had a good season. You're giving him dough right up front. He might just bring the dough in to celebrate. Ooh, you get it? Nice and right. You know this. You always want to meet your friends when they're happy. Okay, give them a hug when they're down. And that's when the farmer's happy. The greens are finished, season's up, time to party. Bring him in with the grains. Trucks are roaring. Bring over the grains. Another cool part, using fresh grains, rye, wheat, corn. Yeah, your wife may take some of that corn home, but it has a much higher sugar content. That sugar will start dissipating with time. Start just, going bad, breaking down. So higher enzymes, which means it will break down in itself. Much less chemicals needed. The cool part is, use it right away. Hype is on. You got another selling point. Fresh. We don't take it out of the warehouse stale and old. We got it right there. Now there's some things you got to know with this trick. And it takes a lot of planning. And that's where TT Math kicks in. You got to have the capital to just buy it up front at that time. Right? It's not doing when money comes in you're going to purchase. This is big savings that you're going to get. So you're going to want to plan your seasons accordingly. You're going to be ready to go. Okay? You're going to have to be in touch with the seasons with the farmer. There's an interesting concept most of us distillers that don't really think of. It's called production forecasting. You're going to predict how much you need based on past sales. Okay, it's not so great, but at least you know minimum. Another fantastic benefit of this, of the fresh, is I actually find you don't need to store much because it's coming in and it's going right to work. Some would say, hey, why don't you plan, because it's cheapest than like we said in our past videos, I say plan to use it. If it's a summer season, you're going to get a yeast that works well in that summer season. And this is year over year. This is when rye comes in. This is when corn comes in. This is when barley comes in. This is the recipe plan we need. A yeast that works in this season. Water source, well, you're going to be fixing the water, but it needs to work in this season. Everything must be in this season. You can't go ahead, and this is something most distillers struggle with. They're not realizing the temperature outside creates a tremendous, but when you plan with the season, not only are you saving money, you are also going to have a more consistent flavor. These are the tricks that you're doing. You're listening to TTB Math, Everything But the Battle podcast. You've learned to always grind, process with a kappa to save the sugar. Save the sugars, that powder flying around your place. Horse meal is a good meal for distiller spirits. And a whole lot more tricks you have picked up on the TTB Math Everything But the Battle podcast. The only thing that you haven't done yet is hit the subscribe. So go ahead, hit the subscribe for the Everything But the Battle podcast. Sign up at ttbmath.com and get our private insights into how you can streamline your facility and save even more money, making you a monster in this space.